Hi there, it's 12, it's noon, it's Thursday, it's Tanya's Facebook Live on Botanicamy. Welcome. Today we are going to be talking about thyroid support. This is again one of the topics that one of the ladies that enjoys my page asked me about. And it's all about what you can do to support your thyroid. Fantastic, Joanne's just joined in. Welcome, Joanne. We're going to talk a little bit about thyroid today. Yes, all those hearts coming up. Oh, it's so exciting when people send you love. Send some love. Hi, Yolandi. Thanks for joining. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about thyroid support. And the reason I chose that topic is very simple. I had a fan who asked me to talk about thyroid support. It really does make it a little bit easier for me to choose the topics because, you know, if I can be talking about things that my fans on my page really want me to talk about it's nice because at least I know I'm giving valuable information to them. I don't suffer from all the conditions or all the ailments, so I usually like speaking about the stuff that I have experience in. But I think that's going to get quite boring. So it's a very good idea if you can always just go and make some comments on my page, especially after the lives, and maybe put in a request there for a specific ailment or condition or a health challenge. Shall we call it a health challenge that your body needs support from, I should say. So yeah, always go and put some comments afterwards. So today we're going to be talking about thyroid support. And the reason we're doing thyroid support is one of my fans, Aisha, asked me for that. So yes, thyroid and essential oils, that's sort of what I'm going to be discussing. But I think the very most important thing to think about first is what happens when you have a underactive thyroid. Now, we need to consider what the thyroid actually does for the body, because then it'll be a little bit easier to go and find which essential oils might support your body. Okay, so lots of people coming in. Fantastic. Welcome. Thyroid support today. Press those heart buttons, those like buttons. Let's see how many hearts we can get floating up the screen. It's really exciting. Almost looks like one of those slot machines with the things going up and down. So what does the thyroid actually do for your body? Actually, it does quite a lot for your body. Hi, Marietta. So basically, the thyroid plays a major role in metabolism. So guess what? If your metabolism is not doing so well, that's the reason why people pick up weight, lose weight. And it's usually not because of anything that they've really done. It's not like they've all of a sudden stopped going to the gym and started eating like 5 kgs of food a day. Oh, there's lots of hearts coming. So awesome. It's usually got, if it's unexplained, very fast weight gain, those kind of things, then you know your metabolism somehow is getting affected by something and you need to go and find the root cause. All right, so the thyroid actually has a very, very big and important role to play in your body. It's also, it actually produces and secretes the hormones that your body need to regulate blood pressure, heart rate, body temperature, as well as energy production. So again, if we just look at that last one, energy production, if your thyroid is underactive, it means it's not producing or secreting enough of the hormones that are required for energy. So you're going to feel lethargic. You're probably going to feel tired all the time. So these are all things, remember, everything is connected. Everything in our body is connected. But when you start thinking about what you can do in your life to start supporting your body, you always need to think what is affected, what symptoms or ailments or health challenges am I dealing with? What is the function of that body system? What is it doing for me? And then you sort of can start to narrow down what it is that you can do to start supporting your body. Because remember, I keep on going on about this all the time. Our bodies are designed to naturally heal. But because of all the toxins that we take in on a daily basis, or the very high stress load that we're enduring on a daily basis, not getting enough sleep, all those things start compounding and building up in your body. And then obviously your body, I wouldn't say it loses the ability, but it definitely becomes very challenging for the body to actually heal when all it's trying to do is to detox, to get rid of all these toxins that you keep on putting onto your skin or putting onto your face. And yes, I am wearing a little bit of makeup today. All natural. There's nothing in here with any nasty chemicals, all natural pigments. And those are things you can start looking at because just decreasing your toxic load and heavy metals, that already is going to have a very big impact in supporting your thyroid. Okay, why are we supporting the thyroid? because we want our metabolism to run smoothly, because we need the fuel to survive, number one. We want the right hormones to be produced for heat production, for energy production, for blood pressure regulation, for our heart rates, all those kind of things. So the thyroid is really, really important, and we really need to look after it. So this thyroid that I'm speaking about, where is it in our bodies? Okay, there's quite a few people that don't know. Don't feel stupid about it. Biology in high school might just be too many years ago. So the thyroid is a gland that sits in the front of your neck over here. Okay. So when we're talking how we're going to support it with essential oils, you're also going to see that where you apply these oils is going to be in this area over here. Okay, because that's where it sits. Okay. If you believe in what the yoga practices include, it's also the throat chakra sits in the same region. It's about having a clear voice, making yourself heard, not having a fear of speaking. All those things are connected in this area, in your throat chakra area as well. Right, so before we even get to the essential oils, remember, essential oils don't cure, they don't heal. They literally support your body with whatever it needs so that it can heal itself, okay? And that's, I think, a very big thing to remember, because if you're not going to do the other things, I am going to try and get good quality sleep for 7 hours in the evening, your immune system is going to fail, all right? You need that too, right? So if you're not going to be sleeping correctly, or correctly is not the right word because that's going to be different for every single person, but if you're not getting good quality sleep every single night for at least 7 hours, you're definitely going to be compromising your immune system, all right? And underactive thyroid or even overactive thyroid, there's quite a lot of effect there with regards to inflammation and immune support, okay? And if you don't have a good functioning immune system, all of these systems are going to fail, okay? And now the thyroid is part of the endocrine system, which is your hormonal system. So you will have a lot of, things that happen in your body that is showing that your hormones are off, okay? If your thyroid is being either attacked by its own body because of an autoimmune condition, because you've just neglected to look after yourself for so long that the body has started to attack the thyroid, because we are all quite overly immune reactive at the moment because of all the toxins. So because it's so metabolism related, you can start thinking, okay, well, this has definitely got to do something with me eating proper, whole, organic foods, whole foods, not eating junk food all the time, okay? You've got to start thinking about things like omega-3s, which are really good and support thyroid health. So if you're not someone that can get in, and I'm not talking farmed fish, guys, because those things are so full of antibiotics and heavy metals and all kinds of other rubbish and toxins. You need to be able to find good oily fish that is wild caught. And if that is not something that is accessible to you, start thinking about purchasing a really good quality omega-3 supplement. Again, heavy metals is a thing. So not just anything off a shelf. Try and see whether they've actually gone through the process of ensuring or testing that there's not a lot of additional heavy metals with that omega-3, because if they isolated that supplement from fish that is heavily contaminated, you're going to actually do yourself a lot more harm than good. Things like coconut oil. I mean, who would have thought? There's just so much good stuff coming out about coconut oil. It's good for brain health as well, but it provides medium chain fatty acids in the form of caprylic acid, lauric acid, and capric acid. And they support a healthy metabolism. And because the thyroid is so heavily involved with metabolism, you can understand why including good coconut, organic, virgin coconut oil into your diet, why you could see like something that will have a very good effect. Seaweed. Why would we eat seaweed? Okay, I love the taste of seaweed. It's the umami, but I am also a very healthy eater, and healthy food generally tastes really good to me, whereas I don't know, something off a takeaway shelf really tastes really bad, but I think it's probably because I've become accustomed to eating so healthily. The point being there that if you are not going to want to take an iodine supplement like Lugol's, simply eating seaweed can provide the iodine that your body needs for a very good thyroid function, okay? Probiotic-rich foods, guys. Metabolism. Everything metabolism is gut-related, okay? And you all know I harp on about gut health. It's my thing. It's my absolute thing, because I believe everything stems from the gut, okay? It's that gut-brain connection. There's just so much good research coming out at the moment. So you've got to think about eating good probiotic food, whether you're growing your own kefir at home, whether you are using a very nice, good quality, very strong probiotic supplement. I know there's some results showing that some people do not actually flourish on probiotics where others do. It's all got to do with whether you've got an overgrowth of certain of the wrong organisms in your gut. So please just always check for SIBO before you actually go onto a probiotic. And for that reason, it's always good to go to your healthcare practitioner first to make sure whether you should be on a probiotic or not. But because we're dealing with metabolism, if it's something that you're really struggling with, definitely going, more people, more hearts. Love it, love it, love it. Love coming for the gut health, yes. But metabolism is really good. And what is part of metabolizing your food? Your gut bacteria. Okay, so if they are being killed off or being seriously, their levels being kept down, or you've got overgrowth of the wrong ones, then obviously you've got to supplement so that you can get your ecosystem, your rainforest, as my one friend calls it, into good working order again. Clean water. Yes, guys, I can't over exaggerate how important it is to drink good, clean drinking water. We have to drink quite a lot of water in the day to detox, and a lot of the reason why people's thyroids are no longer reacting like they should, or they're like overproducing hormones or underproducing, underactive, a lot of that has got to do because we are no longer able to detox, and our bodies need water to detox. And if you are drinking 2 liters of water a day, but you're drinking very poor quality water and it's not necessarily that clean, and there's quite a lot of extra heavy metals and things in there, the heavy metals have an affinity for your thyroid and they go and get stuck there. Guess what your body tries to do? Your body goes and tries to find them and to kill them. But because the heavy metals are not bacteria or viruses that they can kill, they actually start killing the thyroid cells, okay? And then you start going into that whole autoimmune reaction that everyone keeps speaking about, okay? So very good, clean, quality drinking water is an absolute must, okay? High fiber foods. Why am I saying high fiber foods? You need the fiber to feed the gut bacteria so that they can help digest your food, okay? They eat some of the food, yes, but most of it is the insoluble fibers that they need to grow from, okay? So that's why you can now start seeing not just essential oils, hey? You've got to get your eating habits good, eating organic whole foods, as many fruit and vegetables as you can, because they just really are very good at supporting your metabolism and getting things moving, because if things don't move, they sit and it becomes toxic, and all those toxins leach into the rest of your body, and you really just start feeling generally ill continuously. And you do get used to it, which is a problem because that basically means you're no longer listening to your body and just becomes a whole toxic catch-22 situation. There's quite a lot of doctors out there who also believe that putting people with an underactive thyroid on a gluten-free diet is very beneficial. And the reason for that is, yes, not everyone is gluten allergic. Not everyone has celiac disease, but most people are actually gluten intolerant. Some are just more intolerant than others. And the ones that react with symptoms to a gluten sensitivity are generally the ones that have lost the ability to repair what happens to the gut every single time you eat gluten. So any normal person that doesn't experience symptoms, they can, for instance, be asymptomatic. But basically, the gluten makes these little tears in your gut every single time. And if your body can't heal that, you start moving into a situation where you are going to be developing a leaky gut syndrome. And with that becomes there's an unhealthy inflammatory response. Your body goes into overdrive, and guess what is the first thing that that's attacked as part of this over-inflammatory response? Because remember, we need inflammation to repair, but if it's chronic, it becomes a problem. Your thyroid gets attacked. Okay, so now you can again see how the thyroid and the endocrine system is very heavily involved with the metabolism. Okay, so eating healthy, very, very, very good idea. Supplementing with probiotics if you do have a deficiency in good flora in your gut is a very good idea. Right, so all of those things are then going to be supporting your body with the metabolism, all right? And if you then start looking at things where essential oils can start supporting your body, you've got to think, okay, well, now I know what the thyroid does and what it's doing in my body. Obviously, we're going to need essential oils that have the role of increasing blood circulation, or oils that are able to aid in metabolism or stabilizing your gut or activating metabolism for that reason. We're looking at essential oils that could perhaps upregulate or downregulate, depending on which thyroid condition you're dealing with. But because I'm talking about an underactive thyroid today, you've got to start looking at essential oils that can boost the secretion of hormones, because those hormones, as I said, are required for good heart health, for heart rate, blood pressure, those two are connected, sorry, and good body temperature, energy production, and those kind of things. So stimulating, if we look at a sort of a group essential oils, we're going to definitely start looking at the essential oils that are more stimulating. Whereas if you're someone that has an overactive thyroid, you're definitely going to look at the more calming essential oils, okay? Those ones that can calm anxiety and calm the stress, or assist your body with that anyway, or calm inflammation, okay? The inflammation one goes both ways. So if you've got an underactive thyroid, we need stimulating essential oils, but we also need those that can calm inflammation, because chronic inflammation isn't good for anyone or any body system ever, okay? So which essential oils are we going to look at then? These didn't all come out of my brain because I'm not that equipped yet. Where did I get them? Well, I talked about this in my live last week. Modern Essentials Plus app. That thing is magic. Go and get it on your phone. Okay. So the Modern Essential Plus app is like a summary. It gives you probably 2 or 3 oils that are the most likely to be able to support your body. You can do some extra digging in all the resources that I talked about last week. One of my favorites is that Oil Magic book. And there they actually list quite a couple more of these essential oils. So let's start looking at which oils are stimulating. And I'm also going to describe to you why they then are able to support your body, and because of the metabolism or the stimulating effect or the hormonal secretion effect, are then able to support your thyroid. Okay, let's look at our first one. I'm going to talk about myrrh. Myrrh is exceptionally anti-inflammatory, guys. So you can see why something like myrrh would be really beneficial in supporting thyroid health. Okay, it's also a very good oil to restore balance. And here we're talking about restoring balance with all systems. Okay, and now we are dealing with the endocrine system, and the thyroid gland, which is underactive, so it's not in balance. So with the myrrh, we can then bring everything back into balance. There is a safety precaution. I'm going to talk about safety today as well. Myrrh has got a caution during pregnancy, so just always check with your healthcare practitioner whether you are able to use myrrh if you are pregnant. And simply how you would use the myrrh is you could take 1 to 2 drops of the myrrh with a little bit of carrier oil, and then you're going to massage it in the front of your neck here and at the back of your spine 3 times daily. Okay. Another good oil to look at is turmeric. Why turmeric? Well, it's, again, anti-inflammatory. We're going to look at all the anti-inflammatory oils, but more than that, it is anti-parasitic. And if an oil is anti-parasitic, what is it going to do for you? It's going to detoxify you. And remember, the thyroid, all those toxins and metals and things love going to go and sit there on your thyroid, on your throat, okay? So turmeric is going to be a very good oil for you to look at for an underactive thyroid. Also, turmeric is slightly contraindicated in pregnant moms that are pregnant or are breastfeeding. So just have a look at that before you start using the turmeric. The next oil we're going to start looking at is clove. And clove, oh, I love clove. It just smells like Christmas, even though Christmas in summer is like here, it's crazy hot, but it just reminds you of Christmas. Now, clove is an exceptionally stimulating oil, okay? It's also very good for gum health and those kind of things. And the reason clove is so good for your thyroid support is because, again, it's anti-parasitic, detox, antiviral, detox, antioxidant, very good for immune system balancing, all right? And therefore, it's good at restoring balance, okay? So we've now talked myrrh, turmeric, and clove, where clove is the first one of those 3 that is a really stimulating oil. It's also a hot oil. What do you remember about a hot oil? You absolutely have to dilute it. Otherwise, it's going to burn your skin, okay? You don't want to feel like you've put 5 chili peppers and cut them open and rub them all over your skin. So always remember to dilute clove. All right, the next one we're going to look at is lemongrass, which has been shown to be beneficial for thyroid support. Lemongrass is a tonic. And just like you would do exercise, which is like a tonic for your muscles, it tonifies your muscles. So lemongrass is a tonic to your system. What does that mean? It tonifies the nervous system, so it could also be a nervine. And what does that mean is it calms you down a little bit, but it also balances your nervous system. Okay. It's also this word anthelmintic. Okay. I had to look that up. It was too long ago in my biology days. And even though I have microbiology, we didn't really do the whole parasite thing. Okay. So anthelmintic, again, it expels parasites from your body. So lemongrass, again, is a very, very good oil to detox. All right. So now we've said myrrh, turmeric, clove, and lemongrass. And if those don't work, remember there's many oils that work differently for different people because we're all biochemically different, and some may work for some people a little bit better than they do for others. So the reason I'm giving you so many options is because there's so many options available for you to try. All right. The next one we're going to look at is copaiba or copahiba. It is antifungal and a diuretic. What does that mean? Detox. Okay, so very good oil for detoxing, and for that very same reason, it is going to be very good for thyroid support. Okay, from a different resource. So all of those oils, by the way, I got from my oil magic book. Let me just get the photo for you again. Somewhere here. Advanced Oil Magic, one of my very favorite resources. Okay, we should be able to get it in the country maybe in a month or two from now. There is a shop coming in from the UK that's going to be able to sell those to us. So put in the comments if you're interested. We can try and see how quickly those people can get you, so you can also get a copy of that book. But as I said, the Modern Essential Plus app is very good as well. And let's actually switch to that now. What does the Modern Essential Plus app say about thyroid support? They say that peppermint and clove are going to be really good support for your body. And the reason why, clove, we've talked about, stimulating, antiparasitic, detoxing. Peppermint, what does peppermint do? It's a stimulating oil. So that's why peppermint is going to be working as well. But it's also very cooling and anti-inflammatory. All right. So for that reason, you can then again see why peppermint would do really well together with a clove. And again, how you would use these oils, 1 to 2 drops, put in a little bit of carrier oil, massage onto your throat and onto the back of your neck, spine, 3 times a day. Right, then a different resource that I found online, oils that are going to be looking or good to be looked at is geranium, because it lifts the spirits. And if you remember from right at the start of my live, when you've got an underactive thyroid, you are going to feel lethargic. Your mood is going to be affected because you're always just feeling bleh. Okay, and geranium is very good at uplifting the spirits, and it also supports the adrenals. And because everything is connected, you can start seeing why geranium is also going to be a very good oil. This alternate resource that I was using also again mentions lemongrass because it is calming to the nervous system, and it supports the thyroid it supports the body to heal the thyroid. This reference also talks about peppermint because it's cooling to inflammation. And then obviously the king of all oils, okay, it's the one I sort of left for last because remember, frankincense can support the body with almost anything. In Ayurvedic language, we would say it is an adaptogen, okay, because it does what your body needs. It helps and supports where help is needed. And frankincense is an incredibly anti-inflammatory oil, and for that reason, that is definitely also one you can add to this mix. So say you want to make a blend to support your thyroid, please don't just do the essential oils. Please remember about all the other important stuff that I mentioned, right? The whole foods, the trying to eat as organic as possible, doing a little bit of exercise to get those stress levels down, because all of those things have a very bad negative effect if you don't do it nicely for the thyroid, okay? And then you can obviously then incorporate essential oils as well so that you can then support your body to heal. All right, so the oils just as a refresher. And again, this didn't come from my mind only. It came from all my different resources, the Oil Magic book, the Modern Essentials Plus app. I did quite a lot of research online for peer-reviewed reference articles in journals. All right, so myrrh, anti-inflammatory, very good at balancing the system. Turmeric, anti-inflammatory, anti-parasitic, so it's detox. Clove, stimulating, detoxifying because it's antiparasitic, antiviral, and it's a very good antioxidant. Lemongrass, anthelmintic, expels the parasite. I love the word that they use, expel. So it obviously means it's very good at getting them out of your body. Very good tonic for the nervous system. Copahiba because it's antifungal and a diuretic, which means it's detoxifying. And then the extra ones were geranium, for lifting the spirits and supporting the adrenal glands. Peppermint, because it is just so good at cooling and anti-inflammatory effects, and it's stimulating. And then frankincense, okay? Thank you guys so much for joining today. I hope that assisted you with some information at least on how you can support your thyroid going forward. Please also don't forget about the iodine, because there is quite a lot of information out there with the farmed fish and that kind of thing, with toxins and that kind of thing. So if you're not someone that eats enough oily fish so you can get in this good quality iodine on a daily basis, definitely think about eating seaweed and maybe even incorporating some kind of iodine solution at a very low dose like Lugol's. That is definitely something you need to speak to your healthcare practitioner about. And I hope you enjoyed that. I will catch you guys live again next week, Thursday at 12. See you soon. Cheerio.